Right, mic check. Mic check, Rev Match back in the house. Doing intro dialogue for the Too Long Didn't Watch. So here I have this bad drawing showing how we routed the oil cooler lines. So you can see this gray, those are the lines going to the oil cooler. Facing the passenger side where see the orange, that's the sandwich plate. So I didn't install the sandwich plate in the direction as the instructions by Mishimoto. Here you can see in this picture how the sandwich plate is positioned. See what I'm saying? The oil cooler lines are facing this way, or the fittings. And then right here you can see I mounted them similar to the JBR. They're going over the steering rack. All right, so that's the Too Long Didn't Watch. All right. Today is install the oil cooler.
In my garage.
Hopefully we actually finish. Right, this is a mic check. Rev Matched in the building right now. Instead of putting some text on here, I decided to add my own commentary to this portion to explain what we've done so far, or should I say, last year at the time of the filming of this video. All right, so here we have this. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the bracket for the oil cooler, the bracket for the oil cooler, and I ghetto spaced it with a bunch of washers so it could clear the radiator for the supercharger stuff. And then this picture here is how spaced out it is between the Man, I'm saying this backwards. Restart. Okay, so I spaced out the supercharger radiator with these washers. And then in this next image, you can see the gap between the oil cooler and the supercharger radiator. And this was done, I think, in like 2024. And in the time of filming of this is 2025. Because I just didn't have time to finish the install. Oh, did you put it in here?
Oh, this one though, I think it has a tray.
So we got this because we need the thing. We need this for that 27mm bolt.
Isn't it pretty heavy duty for Harbor Freight? No offense, Harbor Freight. I'm surprised we don't have any tunes.
Well,
It doesn't. Wow. Look, it has a little. Let's test it. This is a dumb example. Like it will catch the things. Like if you had a pile of things, the metal ones will stick and the non-metal ones will fall here.
Oh, that's what this is for? This is just a handle? Wow. I did not know that.
The more you know.
Oh, and then look, if they fall, it's gonna get caught.
Ooh. %, clean. Oh, I didn't say.
Oh, these are the tools you're gonna need.
First should I jack up your car?
Oh, you know, like a millimeter off. Move on to the next ticket. I gotta use the restroom. Restroom break.
Break.
finish this tomorrow. Or you know what? I think I'm actually gonna remove this. I think every time I've had to take this bumper off, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna take that out, and then I hit it with my knee. I mean,
A quarter?
hey, and there it is, the oil cooler that's plugged into nothing. But that's gonna change today. All right, guys. Which right now, I'm about to go look up the instructions. We got the sandwich plate, and we got that piece. That I think it goes. I think it's supposed to go. Luckily, there's instructions. So it goes spacer
Gives enough clearance from
with
the
this
edges to the
seal
sandwich plate
facing the
remaining.
top,
Install the stainless steel center bolt and hand tighten.
then the sandwich plate.
Feed the oil line fittings
then the
through
oil
front
filter.
rear beyond near the front sway bar until they reach the banjo fittings. The 45-degree fittings go to the sandwich plate.
Oil catch can.
So here, instead of putting text, I've decided to do the commentary again from my own self. But this is me failing the install of the oil cooler lines because one of the fittings is at some weird degree. So as per the previous image, I was going to replace the lines with the 90-degree lines, which we'll be doing soon in the video. Soon in the video because I already did this. This was all in the past.
It makes me wonder when I'm going to actually use this footage. Or maybe I'm just a dumb guy.
Rev Match back in the house again. Right, so just decided to add some commentary here also because this is just some time lapse of me putting some tire pressure, and let's not forget that this was actually the oil change. So checking the oil.
All right, here we go. Round two.
Round two. Fight.
Oil cooler. See if we can get this installed. We bought all the tools to cut the lines to the correct length. I'm gonna do that precision cutting, and hopefully we can finally finish the oil cooler install today. I forgot, I have to do let's show the tools we're gonna use. So I got this, we bought these, gonna replace the fittings that come with the lines with these 90-degree ones, and this vibrant cutter to cut the line.
Rev Match back in the house. So these two clips here are showing the orientation of the sandwich plate. You can see where the subframe is. They're facing the passenger side wheel well area, not facing the front of the engine the way it shows in Mishimoto's oil cooler instructions. And then here I zoomed in on it. So JBR seen in their picture, they route it over the steering rack. So I don't really know how tight to make it. I'm just comparing it to the ones that came with the car, like the gap right here, this gap. Not the clothing. That's still a popular brand, or is that Guess?
Round one.
Look at this ghetto covering that hole. So, is this the best way to route it? I don't know, but I'm going like this. So coming up this way. So we have it this way. Coming around and going over the steering rack. I kind of want to scoot it more like this. Or maybe I should zip tie it to the frame here. But again, JBR has theirs going over the steering rack, so that's where mine's going. There's no oil, that's a good sign. So we gotta let it get at the operating temperature so it'll start pushing the oil through. And then we'll know if it's leaking or not. Which hopefully it's not. Again, we have it here. And then passing over the steering rack. And we have to orient the sandwich plate a little bit different than what Mishimoto says. Where's my flashlight? Have it facing like that. So that way the license plate is straight. See, precision check that. All right, we're finished with the oil cooler replacement. Let's go test drive the vehicle. Didn't see any leaks. Let it get to operating temperature. Do a couple of pulls. Head back and recheck. Yeah, we let it idle for a while. Didn't see it leak. And the oil level dropped, so we know it's getting to the cooler. Again, it corrected the oil level. Too bad there's no boost gauge right here. Man, the keys, everything fell from all the torque, from all the 1,000 horsepower MX5 right now. And look, there's some oil on the windshield from when I forgot to put the oil cap back on. Heck, where is it? Oh, it's over there. Not seeing that leak. We just have to drive it through the week and keep checking just to make sure everything's okay. All right, let's go back to editing the vlogs, the rice. All right, Ref Match back in the house. So the oil cooler was leaking at the sandwich plate. And in these first two pictures, this is where I thought it was leaking. I thought it was leaking at the fittings going to the sandwich plate. And I also thought it might be leaking from the actual oil filter. So I tightened the screws to the fittings and I replaced the oil filter. And here in these next pictures, I did end up finding that it was still leaking. So we put leak trace powder on it. And then right here, after driving again, it looked like it was leaking from the two ports with the Allens right there. I think you're able to put like a sensor if you wanted to, but that's where we ended up finding it leaking. And now I have footage of me actually talking, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let that play. All right, and we are back underneath the MX5 again. So this week I cleaned up, well, last time I tightened those screws. You can see here it doesn't look like they're leaking anymore. And then I hammered it with leak trace powder. And I've been monitoring it, and it looks like it's coming from these fittings on both sides. So you can see how the leak is pretty much just around that hex screw right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out.
Rev Match back in the house. So I don't think I rice vlogged this up, but so I tried this Teflon tape. I took those fittings out, put this Teflon tape on the threads. We drove it for a little bit, and then it was still leaking. And then I got this Teflon tape. This is that Lion tape. And after putting this on the thing, the Allen screws on the side, those fitting. After we put this on it, then it stopped leaking, and we've been driving like that for about a year. Rev Matched out.